Another day, another fight on the Luas. Today we have 4 or 5 security guards trying to rip off and fight 2 heroin addicts, it looks like. Of course, this is crazy and it's normal standard stuff for the Luas, because the Luas is always getting into some shit. People spitting on each other, fighting, people pissing on the train, shitting on the train. Just a shit. The Luas train in Dublin is a shit show, and thank God they actually have security on the train, because the people are openly dealing drugs, openly taking drugs, heroin and all that crazy stuff. We need to crack down on crime completely in Ireland.
Come on, man, crank them off. I'm in a hurry. So easy, old boy. How much you want to retire? Crank them off. Oh, don't drag them off. Retire. Yeah. I'll do the break.
Jesus. This is crazy.
Hey, come on a minute, what do you got? Tell me, fucking man. What's the story there, man?
I believe they call them scroats in Dublin. I'm not really sure what that means, but I think these are like just heroin addicts. But he says, F off, I have a pass. If you have a pass, they wouldn't be throwing you off the train. You know, people are going to call this white on white violence here. All the racists are going to say, oh, look, the Irish crime is so bad here. There's 2 Irish security guards, 1 foreign security guard. And this guy seemed to have wrapped himself around the pole. Like, he's done some kind of weird Pokemon technique. I don't know what kind of technique, jiu-jitsu, where he's wrapped himself around the pole and now the security guards can't get him off. Kind of like a heroin addict, drug dealer sort of stripper. A heroin addict, drug dealer, stripper. This is bad.
Bro, you mean a fool yourself? You just got off the fucking Luas, man. You're abusing that girl there, man. Get off the Luas. Bro, will you... I mean a fool yourself, man. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, you fool? You're clappy around.
God, and they have other people in Dublin fighting your man on the train as well. This is just crazy. Like, Dublin's a flipping open borders, lawless city. I mean, we have people coming in from God knows where. We have our own people like this causing mayhem, drug dealing, drug addicts. Get the fob. Like, does he have a fob for like his car or for his house? I feel sorry for these people, guys. I don't want to be making fun of these people, but it's like, you have to obey the law, guys. You have to do right by the flipping city and the country that you live in. You have to be an upstanding citizen. These guys add nothing to society. It's just disgusting.
Knock them out. No,
Now he's trying.
knock them out. You're on camera, you had him first, you stupid cunt. You had him. You leave down. One eye looking at you, one eye looking for you.
He said at the end, one eye looking ahead, one eye looking at the security, because he had flipping googly eyes. But I mean, this is the shit we're dealing with in Ireland 2025. Like, we have homeless crisis at the top. We have a drug epidemic in Dublin. I mean, the real epidemic. You thought the epidemic was back, the pandemic was back in 2020. This is the real epidemic we have in Ireland. Drugs, guys. People addicted to heroin, cocaine, weed. I mean, this is making society, it's the dumbing down of society. It's making society horrendous in Ireland. And shout out to the security, the Luas security. Like, if we didn't have them, this would be happening openly. You know, this would be happening flipping en masse. It's just crazy stuff, guys. You feel sorry for these people, truly. Truly feel sorry for them. And he's trying to start fights with the guy on the bus. I mean, complete crazy. So crackpots, man, really. Next video we got here is MEP Aphrodite Latipalopu. We need more Orbans and fewer Macrons. Hungary is clean without ghettos, without woke agenda. So make Europe great again. So this is a lady. She's an MEP from Greece. She's talking about how we need more Viktor Orbáns, we need more Fico, the Slovakian Prime Minister, the presidents of Slovakia, Hungary, Poland, Czech Republic, the 4 based countries. We don't need more Macrons. These are left-wing woke agenda imbeciles that are running the countries.
We need more Orbáns and fewer Macrons.
Yes.
Hungary is fortunate to have a visionary leader, Viktor Orbán, who is guiding the nation on the path of virtue and freedom.
Yep.
A leader who did not hesitate to confront the EU elite to protect his country. That is why today you see a Hungary that is clean, without ghettos, without woke agenda.
And without terrorist attacks. You know, one of the things people don't talk about, you know, Slovakia, Hungary, Poland, Czech Republic, I think Czech Republic had their own terror attack from their own people shooting guns. But Czech Republic, they have a bunch of guns in that country. It's one of the most gun-heavy countries in the world. But those 4 countries, they never had terrorist attacks. Hungary, Slovakia, Poland. You know, this is another thing. Forget all the woke stuff. The woke stuff is a woke mind virus. It destroys your kids. It turns your kids trans and gay and all this kind of thing. But the real danger, the terrorism, guys, that's what's going to flip and really take over. And thank God these Eastern European countries are holding strong. They've never had a terrorist attack there. In Ireland, we have terrorist attacks all the time. They just don't talk about it. 3 people in Galway were stabbed randomly. A priest was stabbed, nearly killed in a politically motivated attack. We have terrorist attacks all the time.
You see a Hungary being Hungarian. Hungary chose sovereignty, and it did so with courage. It sent a powerful message.
Yep.
The definition of who we are is ours to give. And in Europe, we need more Orbáns and fewer Macrons. We need more...
100% agree with everything she says right there. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. I mean, truly, guys, Viktor Orbán is a great leader. So are the leaders of Slovakia, Poland, all these different places, Hungary. Hungary is an amazing country. My auntie is actually from Hungary, and I talked to her. She's a school teacher, but based people, just based. Eastern Europeans are based. The woke Irish government that we have in this country are the biggest bunch of bitches. I mean, the Irish government are just, they're like ladyboys. They're like just, the men are just like little girls, man. They're just weak-minded. It's just unbelievable. Actually, that's an insult to little girls. Little girls and women are far more based in this country. Gen Z are based compared to the flipping woke elites that we have in this country. Truly. We got a video today as well, continuing on from the immigration talks, and it's a young man who gets it. This young man has a British heart. Let's listen.
I feel like it takes the piss when they come to the country and then they build their own community and they think that they have their, let's say for instance, Ilford Lane. That's one place I could really think of, I'll be honest. They've taken over to the point where the British don't even want to live there no more. They move out to Dagenham, they move out to Essex, because they want to get the fuck away from it. They're buying everyone out. They're trying to make their own shops, flushing money through the shops, washing money, dirty money, everything. And they keep things behind closed doors when it comes to all sorts of stuff. Let's face it, you know, that's how it be within their community, you know what I'm saying? English don't want that no more. Even, no offense, even the Eastern Europeans to the beat, but then there's a different type of work rate. They're not lazy, they're not just keeping things between themselves, they're still got to give back to the community. But when you think about the Asians now, or certain others, you know what I'm saying, they come along, they take the piss. Because they're not giving back to the government or the country, England as Britain stands, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Agreed with everything he says right there. People come to Ireland, and when we talk about immigration, we're talking about the numbers, guys. No, I don't have an issue with anyone. Everyone is cool on a micro scale. But if 10 million Chinese people were to come to Ireland tomorrow, you wouldn't want that. You don't want them setting up shop, building their own communities, buying areas of land. Could you imagine in the US allowing them to buy land and put in military bases? Like the US has military bases all around the world. With Ireland, we don't do that. You know, we don't have this conquest country. Why now are we allowing hundreds of thousands of people to come over here, buy up land, buy up property, and build their own communities? You see parts of Dublin are doing that now. You know, different people, and it's not a religious thing or a race thing. I always talk about that just so people understand where I'm coming from. That you have to look at immigration with the numbers. That's the most important thing to think about when it comes to immigration is the numbers of people. When Ireland, you know, stops becoming, you know, Irish music, Irish culture, Irish heritage, that's when you know the country's being destroyed. Okay, you can have people working certain jobs, and you know it's all good, but you gotta have to remain Ireland as a country and put Ireland first, Irish citizens first, heritage leading, 100%, guys. You know, none of this putting everyone else before your own people. It's a joke, it's a disaster. And everyone sees it. This guy here sees it. Everyone can see that, guys. Yeah. And this is the woke left agenda. The Marxist agenda is to turn every country into a globalist society. We're populists. We don't want that bullshit here. And all this nonsense stems from the government. Today we have here a perfect video of Vincent Brown telling Jerry Beats to shut up because he's talking about a bog standard house. He's saying that this house that they're selling, that they're renovating is terrible, is run down, when in reality it's a mansion. We literally have Irish leaders in this country that are delusional. Irish leaders, Irish politicians, they're literally delusional. They're literally selling the country down the river, guys. They want us to all die. It's crazy.
We are now waking up to have to deal with reality with banks that are coming calling for what they think is rightfully theirs. And most people feel it's not theirs.
And how many of the 500,000 would you say are living in a place like Gorse Hill?
Look, we're not... Brian O'Donnell's home is his home, and his children's home is their home. You know, I can bring you to more palatial houses around the country where people, you know, in rural Ireland have houses of a similar kind to it. The house is very, actually, Vincent, I'm not giving you to here, Vincent. The house is very much a bog standard house. It's, you know, 15, 20 years.
Wait till you hear this. Wait till you see this house, guys. This house is a literal mansion.
Yeah, bog standard house.
Vincent,
sell Castle Martin.
Vincent,
yeah.
I'm talking in terms of lavishness and luxury. The house is a very, very simplistic house. Excuse me. There's far more luxury houses in the area.
Let's have a look.
Far more
this fella's talking about bog standard house.
The most exclusive road in Dublin.
What's that? Would you call it?
Look at that mansion. I actually remember this story years ago. This is 10 years ago. This is the politicians. These are the retards that we have leading us. Look at this house. Look at this house. It has flipping sculptures outside the house. It's a flipping mansion. An Egyptian king would live in that back in the day.
For luxury and opulence. Even the gravel was fancy.
Cuckoo. Even the gravel was fancy, this lady is saying. Even the gravel was nice. Crazy stuff.
The gravel was what?
Fancy.
Well, Vincent,
let Ashton speak.
It's absolutely not bog. A bog standard house with a swimming pool and a tennis court and unspoiled sea views.
It has a swimming pool and a tennis court, and he called it bog standard. He says it's a shit house, basically. These are the delusional idiots we have.
It's absolutely not bog standard.
Oh my God.
It's a house that's 20 years old. Vincent, you were looking in through the doors there.
Ridiculous. You're ridiculous. What on earth are you doing in the middle of this?
This is like Batman's mansion in The Dark Knight Rises. This is like Batman's home. Bruce Wayne, billionaire.
Land League. The Land League was set up.
The reason is because of the illegality that's going on.
The Land League was set up
for anybody else.
The Land League was set up around 1871 to deal with tenants who were being ripped off by landlords. They had no fixture of tenancy. There were
Vincent, people living. You wouldn't have come to Bunclody.
Jerry, would you please stop talking? Jerry, would you just shut up for a moment?
So come to the next eviction.
Would you please
to the next eviction,
would you just please just shut up? Just shut up.
Be more polite,
I guess. Well, actually, would you leave? Would you just leave?
I didn't ask you to leave this morning.
Would you just leave? Would you just leave if you're not going to stop talking?
This is how all politicians should be treated. Politicians have this elitist mindset. They're like dogs, guys. They have to be told, shut up, sit down, stop talking nonsense.
Well, if you
the Irish Land League was established in around 1871 to deal with people living... Of course, would you just please shut up? To deal with people living on the margins at that time. Who were in hock to landlords, who were treated appallingly, in many instances appallingly by landlords, and suddenly this title, the Land League, is being used. This Land League is being used. Would you please stop talking? Would you please just stop talking? Would you please stop talking? You're just a fraud. Most people think you're just there to get publicity for yourself.
No, Vincent, you came out this morning for publicity.
You haven't
gone to evictions anywhere else. This is the first time you've gone to a house.
Shut your bollocks, will ya? This guy's just talking nonsense again, guys. Talking out his arse. And this is the politicians we have here, guys. They're constantly just making up lies, constantly telling us, oh, it's bog standard. They're delusional. Anything for that money, guys. Money is their god and nothing else. I love you all. If you want to help support me so I can help support you, push back against the mainstream media, hit the join link underneath the video, become a member today. We have 32 members, so I greatly appreciate you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace.